Hi everyone, this is Claudia. I can't believe this is chapter 9 already. So today we're going to talk about follow-up. Follow-up is one of the most important lesson. Well, every time I say every lesson is important, but follow-up is really, really important. So let's start. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, so before everything, we have to talk about service mindset. Okay, so it's very important because we have to have this mindset. We're in the helping people business, right? So we have to have this mindset in order for us to be successful in this business. So first thing, we need to position ourselves correctly. Remember in the prior lessons, we talk about positions, right? Who do we want to be? We want to be a builder. We want to be a leader. So when we position ourselves correctly, when we have the right mindset, and the professionalism of this is very important because we want to become a professional, right? We want to become a professional image, giving people professional image. So very important. We have to position ourselves correctly. Okay. So the second point I want to talk about is we want to change our satisfied customer to royal customer. Okay? Royal customer meaning they are going to follow us, right? They're not just our fans. They are our iron fans. Iron fans means they're royal. They will follow us forever, right? We're in the USANA business. So our supplements are for for people, for whoever has sales. So it's from 0 age to 100 years old, right? So we want our fans to become a royal fans, meaning they will follow us forever. So that's the goal. Okay? And how do we do that? Well, first thing, we need to care about them. We need to care about them from the bottom of our heart, right? We can't be too materialistic, meaning if they don't buy something, you just don't care about them. No, we don't do that. We care about people's health. We care about people's wealth genuinely, right? We care about them. So that's the mindset that we must have. Okay. All right, so go back to the position slide, right? We talked about it before, you know. So when a customer or even when an associate, when they sign up, we have to be very careful. We need to position them correctly. So we talked about that before, but we want to talk about it again. Because when you position them incorrectly, you treat them differently, then you may make them mad or you do something make them uneasy or make them feel pressure. So for example, if a new associate, they want to be a builder, but they think they're a builder, but in the reality, they're not. Maybe they're only a sharer. But if you expect them to be builder or you treat them as a builder, then you ask them to go to meeting all the time, for example, then they may get angry or they may get pressured because in the reality, they are positioning as a sharer. Okay, so very important. So for customer, once we identify them, and we need to provide different services for them, right? So for customer, we serve them. So there are procedures for customers, right? If they are a sharer and we accompany them, right? So there are different procedures. For builder, we have to make a plan, right? Make a plan, different follow-up procedures. Then, of course, leader is different. So very important. before we follow up, we need to make sure who they are and the position. Very important. Okay. All right. So if they are customer, right, we need to serve them. Okay. The whole follow up is to serve them. There are different stages of serving our customer. So I'm going to talk about it one by one. All right. Stage number one. All right. Of course, we have to establish a relationship and trust. Very important. The whole business based on relationship and trust. Okay. Then we have to let our customer understand who's USANA company, what's our USANA differences, right? And sometimes maybe we can talk about our network marketing model, right? Why we're doing direct selling versus regular on the shelf distribution channel, for example, right? So we talk about it. We don't have to talk about it all at once, right? But we may talk about it, during our follow-up services, okay? So very important thing is we need to let our customer know about the detox reaction, right? Because they take the product, they may have a slight headache, for example. So we have to let our customer know about the detox reaction before they take the product, okay? Very important. I made the mistake many years ago and had a customer, she had this detox reaction and she wasn't happy about it. And because I didn't mention it to her ahead of time, right? So when she had a detox reaction, she wasn't happy about it and she was scared actually. Then she stopped taking our product. So that's not what we want, right? Or that's not even helping the customer. So we have to let them know about detox reaction, and we have to let them know about understand the product they're taking, right? At least start from the product they're taking. And then later on, we can introduce other products to them. So these are the service part. Stage number one, okay? All right, stage number two. Well, when they're a little bit mature, right? Stage number two, we can let them know to understand what's our two whys, right? Why we are taking supplements or constantly taking supplements, why our body need it, and then why they're taking USANA. So we talk about more about USANA differences, okay? Then we, when we have our training about health, right? When we have our scientists come in town, and then we can invite our customers to those events. So it's all geared towards health. So that's the number two stage. All right, number three, well, when the customer is happy about our products, very comfortable, and then we can ask for referral, right? Every single customer, they have their family needs the product. They have a group of friends. They have a network behind them. So we can ask for referral once, they are our loyal customers. Definitely, we can ask for referral. Then we can, maybe some customer can become a share, right, when they refer. And then maybe later on, they become a builder. You never know. Or they see, the lifestyle we're in, they may change their position from a customer to a builder. So that can be happen. So that's stage number three. All right. So now you know how to follow up, how to serve our customer. So this S word is very important. Serve our customer. All right. Okay. So what is first class services? Let's see. Well, learn health skills to help others, right? We're serving them. Well, before we serve them, of course, we have to learn. If we don't know the basic health skills, we can't help others, right? Then the second one is learn. We need to learn how to listen and how to understand others. right? God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. So we can just keep talk and keep talking. Well, we have to listen. All right. Of course, we use good communication skills to influence others. Right. So these are the it's classic service. Okay. All right. So now we're going to talk about how to follow up a builder, right? So if you identify your new associate, they are builder. They really want to do the business. They want to make a change in their life. So they are builders. Okay. So early stage, first stage, what do we need to know? All right, we have to teach them how to serve customers, right? Because all builders have customers. That's what the builder is. So we teach them how to serve customers, right? We also have to teach them to understand the 4 cash flow quadrants, which is the Robert Kiyosaki 4 cash flow quadrant, right? We have to make sure they understand it. Why they change from the employee to the entrepreneur, right? Change from the left side to the right side. So we have to talk about it. We have to, make sure they understand it, right? We have to make sure they understand what's the current trend, right? The trend is for health industry. It's the current trend. So we have to make sure they understand these concepts. All right, stage number 2. Well, of course, we have to get with them, dig their dreams, right? Or dig their crisis. We have to understand why they want to do the USANA business. And make sure we really understand, or they understand why they want to do it, okay? Some associates, when they start, they thought they want something. But in the reality, they want something else. So they were confused, or they did not fully understand what they really want. So our job is to talk to them, have deep conversation. Well, how to have a deep conversation? Well, you have to establish trust first, right? Relationship and trust. Again, back to the relationship and trust. We have to establish that, and then we can help them to identify what is their why, right? Through the process, we dig their crisis, and then we magnify the dreams, okay? So there's only 2 things, either crisis or dreams. So depends on different associate. You dig the crisis and magnify the dream, right? You can use, sometimes you use crisis, sometimes you use dreams, or you can use both, all right? Okay, so we, of course, for the builder, they have to learn, right? Everyone has to learn at least 30 minutes per day. You have to read books, you have to attend meetings. Very important, attend meetings. If the associate does not want to attend meeting, they may not be a builder, all right? They may be only a share. So very important, if they want to do this business, they will figure out a way to attend meetings, right? If they cannot attend particular meetings, they will figure out a way to make it up, or to have some other alternative methods. If they have no effort to do that, well, I'm sorry, they're not a builder, okay? So we cannot force somebody to become a builder. They have to know, or they have to willing to become a builder, and then we can accompany them, or we can coach them along the way, all right? So we cannot force anybody to become a builder, all right? Then, of course, we have to help the new associate to start fast, right? Go through the fast start process. Well, this class is one of the class within the process. So they have to go through this process so they can start fast. They can be on the right track. So that's, stage number 2. Okay, number 3, when they're a little bit more mature, right? Well, of course, we have to set the goal for them, and we have to set smaller goals. smaller goals, stage goals, we call it, right? So not just a one big goal down the road, which just seems like, not feasible. Small little goals along the roadmap. We have to make sure we set the goal. Well, what's the first goal when our new associates start? Of course, triple P, right? So, okay, we set the goal, triple P. Then how am I going to reach triple P? So we have to have plans, right? Action plans. Again, very important. We have to put the action into it. Well, we have to make the name list, right? Make the name list and then go to invite. We help them do the presentation and so forth. So these are the action, and we need to have a plan for them, right? So some people are very detail oriented. Maybe you need a more detailed plan. Some people, they're not as detail oriented as the other. Maybe you just, highlight the plan, but we need a plan, all right? Okay, so during this process, we also have to, talk about mindsets, very important, the 8 mindsets or the 10 mindsets that we talk about in the prior chapter. We have to talk about it because these mindsets are the fundamental. 80% of our success is because of mindset, all right? Okay, and then later on, we, of course, during the process, we develop our leadership skills. The whole USANA business, the whole network marketing business, we are developing our leadership skill from day one, until the end of this career. So every day we're developing. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to talk about this 14721 rule. Okay. This is a very famous rule, and every one of us, we follow this rules. So what is this? Well, on the first day, how are we going to follow up? Okay? All right. So first day, we need to, discuss the reason, right? Figure out the why. Why this person joined USANA. So if it's not clear, we discuss again, right? If it's not 100% clear, well, we talk about the first two, right? Why you use supplement and why you use USANA supplement. We can talk about it again. You know why? Because 95% of our new associate, even they sign in, 95% of them, they may not understand fully about everything. Because just remember, when you first sign up, do you really understand everything? No, right? Direct selling, this network marketing, is a new language. So even though maybe you feel good, you want to join the business or you want to take the supplements, but you may not fully 100% understand why you're doing it or what's going on, right? It's a new language. So that's why we have to remember that, right? We have to be clear, to clear why this person is joining us, okay? So if they're clear why they're joining us, we can discuss about the 4 whys again, right? So besides the supplements, the health part, we have to understand, make sure they understand the business part as well. Why you're doing direct selling business and why specifically you're doing USANA, you're joining USANA company. Very important. Okay, then of course, we prepare a list of materials, right? What is it? Well, 3 things. We need a price list. Very important because the price list, you tell them, right? It has our retail price, the associate price, then also the points, right? So very important, you can utilize this price list to make sure that, down the road, they're familiar with the product. So give them the price list, okay? Then you can suggest a couple books for them to read, right? For example, if a new associate wants, to become a builder, you can suggest Eric Worre's book or any other personal development book that you like, right? Or if it's a customer, they start on the first day, you may suggest the health, related book. So these are the books that you can suggest them to read, right? To understand more about health, okay? Then the most important thing is about the detox reaction. We have to talk about detox reaction, right? I mentioned it before. So the detox reactions, because if you don't mention about it, if they have some, then they will make a big deal about it. If you mention about it and prepare them for it, and when they really experience the detox reaction, then, they will be eased into it. So very important that when the first day, when you follow up with them, you have to let them know, okay? Have to prepare them so they don't get scared when they're facing the detox reaction. Okay, very important. Okay, so first day, sometimes we can also do the health assessment, right? Maybe suggest them to write down everything they're experiencing, every little items, right? Maybe right now they have a little headache, or they are not sleeping very well, right? Or their body's aching, or just every little symptom. Have them write it down, right? Write down on a piece of paper. So it's a record. Then you can slowly coach them down the road. Hey, maybe this item improved. That item improved, right? Without writing them down, they think they're perfect. So some people think they're perfect. Maybe they're not, So we help them to do the health assessment. Okay. Again, detox reaction, we talk about that already. Very important, right? We talk about, at least we need to talk about the products they're taking, right? Why they're taking these, what they are, how many pills they need to take, how many times they need to take. So these are all the information that we need to give it to them. Then, of course, we start talking about why is this calcium? Our Medi-Cal D is different from the rest of the calcium in the supermarket. So we talk about it and make sure they understand. Because just, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's very important because they're new, right? They don't fully understand. Even we talk a lot, we think they understand, but maybe they don't, right? We just have to repeat ourselves, keep talking to them. Again, why USANA is different than the rest of the products. So keep talking about it, right? If appropriate, when the timing is appropriate, we may talk about the discounts, meaning, when we bring out the price sheet, there's the volume, right? If the time is, or if the situation is appropriate, we may talk about, hey, if you refer some customer to me, then maybe you can get a discount on the product, right? Or maybe you can eat it for free. So we can also talk about that. Okay, very important. Then the second, okay, let me see. The fourth day, okay? So fourth day, we need to follow up again. All right, what do we do on the fourth day? Okay, fourth day, we may not need to face-to-face to visit a customer, right? We can do a phone call follow-up, right? We try to understand the customer, like the detox reaction, if there's any, or remind him, oh, did you drink more water, right? So just follow up with the customer. So if there's a big detox reaction, maybe we have to go visit the customer just to, give that person support, right? Explain the detox reaction again, right? So maybe there's similar testimony that we can give to that person, so to ease that person. So just encourage them, Or maybe we need to adjust the dosage a little bit, right? Maybe reduce the dosage to ease the process. So and encourage them to keep taking the supplements, right? We do not want to just stop taking. Have to remember to encourage them to take it, continue to take it. Because a lot of people, they don't have this taking supplement habit. A habit takes at least 21 days to establish. So maybe they, forget about it to take. So that's why on the 4th day when we call them, we have to remind them, okay? All right. On the 7th day, what do we do? Let's see, okay? So on the 7th day, when we call them, make sure they're still using the product, right? So check up on them again. And every time you call them, just establishing relationship again, right? Customer loves to hear from you because you're caring about them. So, and then of course, we, make a notice of their change. If you see them face to face, because you don't see them every day, so you can notice their change. Maybe their skin is glowing, right? Or any kind of change, And some of our product, it's really effective. Like you can see the change, and they may not notice change because they look at the mirror every day. But if you don't see them for a week, then you may notice. So you have to let them know, the difference, right? Well, all you do is increase their confidence, right? You're increasing their confidence. So at that time, if they're interested, right, in the business, well, then you can start talking about the triple B, right? Because now they have a week of the experience, so you can talk about it. And for example, if it's time appropriate, you can talk about, triple P, or you can talk about at least having them start referral, the customer, some other customer to you. Okay, so these are all the things that you can do. All right, so on the 15 days, well, we have to follow up again, right? Just every week now, we have to follow up. So consistent follow-up is the key. Well, we have to follow up because they're so new, right? And then every week we have to follow up. So at this time, what we can do? Well, we can suggest some books to them, right? Just talking and give them this warm feelings, right? And then we can invite them to our meeting, right? Of course, encourage them. They can attend once, just start with one meeting, right? Then we can encourage them. And then later on, maybe, once a month, if they're a customer, right? Or once a week. So depends on the customer, or they want to be a customer or a builder. So we have to start inviting them to our meeting to get them into our USANA family, right? So if they're a builder, very important, we have to contact them every day. All right, every day. Very important, because they're new, they're a builder, they want to do the business. We have to just keep up with them. Okay, very important. So how often or what's the time, frame we follow until we do not follow, I guess? Well, if it's a builder, we have to follow up with them every day until they are on track with the process, right? Well, one of the standard we always use is until they don't need you to remind them to go to meeting. They go to meeting on their own, or you see they're building the business on their own. Well, then we're successful. They're our true builder. Okay, until we see that, then we don't have to follow up with them. Other than that, we have to hold their hands. Okay, so we just have to hold their hands. So that's why the fortunes in the follow-up. Okay, we spend so much time. We recruit the person, we find the right person, we recruit them in, and then we teach them, we hold their hands. But if this steps, the holding hand steps, you're not doing it correctly, man, we're wasting all these time, right? So the fortune, our business fortunes, is in the follow-up. Just remember, okay? I want everyone to remember. When you build a business, especially in your Usana business, you know that you need 2 leaders, right? 1 on each leg to sustain your business and to make a solid business. So does it worth it, right? When you find a right person, a right builder, you hold their hands, follow up, and hold their hands to train them, to coach them, to help them become the leader. It's worth it. I tell you, it is worth it. All right? And with the customer, well, you follow up using the 14721 rules, days rules, to follow up with them. And it's also very, very rewarding, right? Because you're helping people. You're helping them. Even they are not a builder, they're a customer. You're helping their health. And then later on, you may help their families in that person's network. So you help more people. So it's very worth it. Okay? So, all right. This wrap up the follow-up chapter. Very important chapter, but we all need to do the follow-up. Okay, I'm looking forward to see you next time. Chapter 10. Bye-bye.